Alright, Landers, so it's finally time for us to react to the two new character gameplay. Earlier today, we saw the reveal of Gin and Mayuri. Finally, after like, what, 2 years at this point, the SAFWY collaboration is potentially done, and it's ending with a potential banger, in this case, Gin and also Mayuri. I'm actually pretty excited for these two characters. The banner, not so much, because there's a 7-step banner, but Gin looks absolutely amazing. The color scheme they have going for him looks great. I'm excited for him as a character in Game 2, because he's setting up to be one of the better characters in the game, and I'm very surprised to see some people disappointed in Gin. And I saw some people complain that he's a farmer. Like, is that not what you want? Just because he's a farmer doesn't mean he's bad. He's one of the best characters in the game. This character is absolutely cracked. Frenzy +2 with a tracking vortex, with the increased chance of extaziments. This character is insane. Mayuri, though, is a bit questionable. He's got a very weird kit, but he also does come with a new mechanic, the trap effect, and that could be an interesting way to play the game, a different way to play the game, and also, it's a new mechanic. I'm down for it. I love when they do stuff like this. Mayuri also looks very cool. Very simple in nature. Like, for the most part, it's just a new Mayuri with a headgear. Like, the design in itself is actually quite simple, but I guess the whole new thing is his BANKAI, right? Which makes sense. Mayuri didn't evolve, his BANKAI evolved. Ashisogi Jizo evolved, and that's why he looks a tad bit different there. I love the design for these two, so let's check out the gameplay. And there comes below. Let me know how you like to feel about the gameplay. But regardless of the character's stats and skills, let me know what you like to think about the visuals. Hello. Let's check them out. We got an English translator now? Really?
We will also be posting.
Oliver? We will Oliver. Big up Oliver. Welcome. I mean, he's been here for a while, though. He did the BANKAI lives. Which, speaking of, potentially next month, right? All right, we're starting off with Mayuri. Okay. Oh, rah, his models, the BANKAI, don't tell me the BANKAI follows him in-game. That would be crazy if that's the case. It also potentially lines up. For some reason, like every Beyond BANKAI, they just have to have something behind them. And I guess in this case, it's potentially Ashisogi Jizo. Or I guess in this case, Konjiki Yaya Jirashi. I probably butchered that. But I do want to read this. Mayuri traps the enemy of Ashisogi Jizo's halo, and Ashisogi Jizo smashes them into the ground, causing immense damage, inflicting both paralysis and also poison. Now, as already mentioned, but this Mayuri, in terms of the skills, oh, look at that SA3. Wow, that looks cool. So this is potentially big for the future of characters in a way. So it's an orange effect. It's the trap effect. It can inflict paralysis and poison. And what I'm kind of hoping for here, and this doesn't really necessarily prove that, is that we've seen in the past that characters have like boost or barriers. It means they can't inflict a stasman on that particular strong attack. I would love for them to eventually do that. It'd be nice to get the boost effect while also potentially inflicting a stasman, because there are a few characters in this game where they do want to inflict stasmans, and they maybe have like a boost SA2 or a barrier, and then that SA2 is kind of just wasted on the fact that they can't inflict stasmans. So if this could potentially mean that sometime in the future, boost and barrier moves could actually inflict stasmans too, that would be really cool. But yeah, I'm really liking Mayuri's model here. He looks... Those eyes, bro, looks creepy. But in this case, as I was mentioning, skill-wise, he's almost like BANKAI Yamamoto. Like, he does 80% more damage once you do inflict stasmans. It does follow. Yo. It does follow. Wow. I'm actually really excited for this character. He might not be the best, but damn, he looks cool. Whoa, that SA3 looks sick. Hold on. That's a huge trap. Wow. And it's whoa. Bruh. I can see why they don't allow it in Brave Battles, because that would be broken. Man would just guarantee win if he used that SA3. I can also see why they don't use it in Epic Raids. Even then, to be fair, yeah, no, it'll be broken in Epic Raids, because then the boss would never attack. It would constantly inflict stasmans. It makes sense. It's a bit... I don't know how it works, because it is stationary. Like, it only works where it's placed. But that's a big AoE. And at the same time, it's not like that's the only attack. You're also doing a normal SA3. But the great thing about it is that he is a spiritual pressure boost character. One thing I noticed when I was reading this skill is that he doesn't have an increased chance to inflict stasmans, but he's pretty much guaranteed to always inflict a stasman with that SA3. Granted, it comes back like 24 seconds. It has like a cooldown. So I'm going to... Yeah, wow. I didn't even think about that. In Guild Quest, bro. That is crazy. Yo, that is insane. I love that. I love that. So they mentioned that it won't be in Brave Battles, it won't be in Epic Raids, but that is really cool. I'm down for it. And they've also changed the way they do these showcases. Now they're showing the character, they're going back and forth between the gameplay. But yeah, this is even more noticeable now. The fact that he can paralyze and also poison and does 80% more damage to those enemies means that when he uses his soul bomb, he's doing a lot of damage. But then when you also use that SA3 and guaranteed to inflict that stasman, you're just guaranteed to do 80% more damage. That's really good. Oh wow, it's the... Ashisogi hits with him. Okay, I'm sold. You know what? I wasn't really feeling the design for this Mario when I first saw it. Like, I do like it, but now I'm impressed. I love that Ashisogi Jizo is behind him. SA1 is going to be the launch forward. Loving the color scheme with the purple and yellow. It's very similar to Bankai Mayuri. I'm really down for that. Lunch doesn't look to be the greatest, though, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I don't really mind it. Second SA2 is going to be the AoE anime. It is a vortex move. Looks to be having really good range, though, I will say. And I guess this will help him potentially inflict status elements with that SA2 because his SA3 might be on a longer cooldown, for example. So again, pretty good strong attack too. This whole character, in a way, is designed to keep you in place and trap you. That's what this whole Beyond Bankai is, so the kit makes perfect sense. It might not be the greatest practicality. It's a different way to play the game, a different playstyle. I don't mind this. This character looks great. Now let's see the Soul Bomb. We saw a bit of it in the trailer. So we use the Halo. I love that. And it's just Ashisogi Jizo. Bro, oh! Ah, yeah, I kind of like the ending of that, you know? Man eats us. Bro, we get eaten. And then bro's just watching it. That is great. Amazing. Wow. Mayuri has surprised me. I am all for it. I am all for it. I also like the resemblance here. It kind of... Look at his face. Look at bro. Mayuri's just cheesing. He knows he's about to pull up and just end this whole Beyond Bankai debacle that's been going on in this particular untold story. It kind of resembles like Sun Mayuri. Am I the only one that thinks that? Bro looks angelic. Angelic. I'm down for this. You know what? I don't really need Mayuri, but he looks to be such a fun character. I really want him. I'm down for this. He looks great. Now that leaves Gin, the potential last Beyond Bankai form. Gin, design-wise, looks amazing. I love the colors here. Even the model in game looks great. Wow. Now, Gin, again, setting up to be one of the best technical characters in the game. I know we just received the stupidly powerful, Quincy Ichigo remake, but you know what? This Gin has a better kit. You know, just because they're both OP. They're both OP. His whole thing, though, is that he is a farmer, right? So you're getting the additional Linkshot potions, super Linkshot potions. But then the whole thing about this character is he has Frenzy +2 with the tracking vortex, and he has an increased chance of fixed status elements. That right there is absolutely broken. We've never seen that before, on a farm character especially. I don't think we've ever seen even Frenzy +2 with the increased chance of fixed status element on a vortex character. So the fact they've done that on a farm character, really, really good. And he competes with characters like Uryu that does go through Iron Skin. Gin looks great. I want him. Let's see his gameplay. I'm liking the white, mist he has going around him when he does attack. It kind of looks like ice effects, but it's not. SA1 makes perfect sense. It's a beam forward. He just extends his Bankai. That's cool. I would have liked it if the animation was a tad bit faster, but it don't look too bad. SA2. Look at that. It's the pieces of his Bankai. That's so cool. That is so cool. Doesn't look like it lasts long, to be fair. But I'm sure it's normal. I'm sure it's normal. Yeah, it's fine. It hits 75 times a minute. Like, this is pretty much guaranteed to inflict status events. And his SA3 is just the Snake Eyes. Interesting. It looks weird. I'm not going to lie. It looks weird. But, it's Snake Eyes, right? Bro just used his fangs, I guess. Whatever these snakes are on the sides. I don't know. It looks cool. Let's see the Soul Bomb. So, bro just... Raw. Again, I love the POV effects. So... more POV summons. It's always fun that you do that. So the idea, the summon looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of prefer Mayuri's gameplay in terms of visuals. But the idea of this is actually really cool. So he breaks apart his Zanpakuto toe. And I guess it just becomes mist. And I guess it's very similar to Byakuya where these shards just float around the air. Bro is quick with it, slashes you. And I guess he also infects you with the Bankai. Now you're just poisoned to death. And you can see there, that's the blood or poison. I have no idea. But that's it for Gin. Honestly, I feel like these two characters definitely lived up to the hype. Gin is quite frankly an amazing character. Visually, I did prefer Mayuri, but Mayuri is... It's hard to mess up Mayuri. He can do literally anything. And I don't mind that instead of Mayuri becoming the thing that transformed, it's Ashisogi Jizo, right? We've kind of seen with these Beyond Bankai forms, most of them aren't really transformations. It's more so just a move or an attack. Sometimes they get maybe something over their clothes. These ones, again, are simple in nature, but I love the designs. Gin looks great. Mayuri looks great. Visually, again, I do prefer Mayuri. Even though he might not be the best practical-wise, I don't think he's that bad, and I'm just really down for that SA3 and what introduces the game. It looks really fun. And just having Ashisogi Jizo behind you, This looks sick. It looks sick. And it lasts a while too, damn. Looks like it lasts around 8 seconds. That's not bad. I think the thing to notice about this one is this is going to be great against any, like, boss. Like, let's say Inheritance Trials or any, again, Senkamon boss, Guild Quest boss, any enemy that's going to be in place. This is going to be really good. Against normal mobs like this, you're basically just using the SA3. If anyone does walk into it, you're guaranteed to inflict the stat ailment. But when a boss spawns in and you use that SA3, you're guaranteed to inflict the stat ailment. Like, that is crazy. And then you're doing 80% more damage to them. The more I think about it, the more impressed I am with that SA3. Use this character in IT, the second the boss spawns in, use the SA3, boom. They're paralyzed, you do 80% more damage, you're basically just guaranteed to kill them. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. And if there's ever more content in the future where there's more bosses, not like epic raids where there's only one boss in place, because again, they don't allow it in epic raids, that could even be more crazier. We have been confirmed to get more harder content, single player content, and this Mayuri might be a cheat code for it. Who knows? Because this right here is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But with that said, that was the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. In the comments below, let me know who you like the most between these two particular characters. Again, for me, I'm more of a Mayuri fan, so I'm more so leaning onto Mayuri. But in terms of gameplay usage, I'm definitely more excited for Gin because, you know, Technique does have a lot of hard carries. You know, there's Retsu still, Quincy Ichigo, and also Toshiro. But even with this Gin existing, they are different killers. So, like, it's good to have all four of them. It's like, they don't invalidate each other. And in Gin's case, he has the extra advantage of being a farming character, which overall adds more usage to him. And even though, again, I know 1000 level Uryu does exist, I would say this Gin is better. I would prefer to use this Gin any day of the week over Uryu, despite him having the advantage with Pierce Iron Skin. Pierce Iron Skin doesn't necessarily make you, like, just go through IT super smooth. We see that with Yumachika. It, you know, Uryu is good enough to go through IT, but this Gin is going to be significantly better, especially with his kit and also skills that he does have. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.